Greetings everyone, welcome everyone to another TF2 commentary video, or well, another. My last commentary video was like 2.5 years ago. Well, this time I'll be playing the engineer, and it's not the normal engineer, I'll be playing the combat engineer with that beautiful mechanic glove I'm having here, and of course what I also need is the, shit, how is it called again? Texas, no, not Ribbon. What is the weapon called again, jeez. I am so rusty at this game, I have no clue anymore. Well, the reason why I actually play Combat Engineer this time instead of regular Engineer is because I haven't played that much Combat Engineer yet, because but I have to say it's actually kind of interesting. I've never really tried to do it because actually hard to say because it's actually, oh yeah, that's by the way my head sound. Come on, it's adorable, don't judge me. But anyway, Combat Engineering is actually kind of fun because, unlike the classic engineer, you're not that much reliant on, well, the smartness of your enemy team. Usually the problem with the regular engineer is that you are as strong, as smart as the enemy team is, because every sentry spot basically in every map has a weak spot, and if there are smart players on the other team, they know exactly how to exploit it. As a Combat Engineer, well, of course, your baby sentries also have their weak spots, but you don't give a shit, because you could just stomp another out of the ground in no time. So, it's actually way more dynamic and way more interesting than the regular engineer. Most important fact, what the? Oh, you sneaky little bastard. Also, I could have sworn that there's a second spy around, that's why I'm kind of... Because I've seen also the shade of another dying spy, so I don't know. But oh well. And where was I? Yeah, combat engineering is actually... I like that soldiers just going berserk and killing everything. But yeah, combat engineering is actually, well, something different, especially in like 5CP maps like this. It's there's the berserk soldier again. It is way more enjoyable because in 5CP maps, usually the action is going to be way more dynamic than like in attack-defend maps. But I would also okay, maybe in attack-defend maps, combat engineering isn't really the best thing to do because you sure need actual sentries. But like in 5CP maps, this is so much enjoyable because you can just spam these little. I like to call them baby sentries because that's way more adorable. Also, hello there, spy. I've seen you there. And it was the perfect distraction for that pyro. Oh, that didn't work. But for equipment as a common engineer, I would hardly recommend you this. How is that shotgun called? Jesus. Something with tech. No, not something with tech. Something with justice. Ah, frontier justice. There we go. Jesus Christ. That took me way longer than it used to be, but, you know, the amount of weapons in this game and the amount of silly names, I kind of lost track of it. Especially since I haven't played that much TF2 lately. That's why I'm, well, haven't been updating those TF2 commentaries for like 2.5 years. It's really... Hey! I wanted that. What the dispenser really douchebag. Come here. Oh, no. Yeah, Dead Ringer Spy again. I hope actually that the amount of Dead Ringer spies will now fade with the nerf of the Enforcer. It's actually kind of a pity. It was... Oh, come on. Shoot. Get out of there. The Enforcer was shamelessly overpowered, but I think the changes they made the weapon even more useless. It's actually a pity. They could have made like something in between, but I don't know. If Valve barely makes any weapon changes, they're too busy adding different hats. Hey, wait a minute, you're that spy I wanted to kill. Come here. Oh hey, no, you're the pirate who wants to kill that spy as well. Fine by me. But, yeah, Valve does actually so many barely changes to weapons, which I found actually kind of sad. It's just, like I said, a little bit too busy adding hats and other crap nobody needs anymore. Because there are so many weapons in this game that are just... well, completely useless, save. Then again, I think some weapons are just more for the amusement, like the eviction notice, but at the same time, it actually... Oh, come on. Lucky crit. Really? Oh well. Oh hey, thank you for the revenge crits, Mr. KFC man. But where was I? Oh yeah, the weapon politics of Valve. It's actually a pity because, like I said, there are a lot of weapons that are, well, straight out useless. But then again, considering the quantity of weapons there is in the game, I think we can't really make the... Hey! You know, it was nice that you sapped my sentry. There's no reason to stab me in the back. Then again, with the amount of weapons in the game, there is actually barely a possibility to balance them, all of them, equally. But anyway, back to the gameplay. I actually wanted to talk about the loadout. That's probably best suited for a combat engineer. I'm currently using the Frontier Justice. That's why I actually remembered that stupid. That's probably where I got sidetracked. Because you get actually a good amount of kills, or at least assists with the baby sentry, because it doesn't do as much damage, of course, as a regular sentry, but you can spam them in such a quantity. Plus, usually baby sentries are things that tend to be easily ignored because they have a kind of low priority if you're fighting several enemies. That's why you easily get some kills. Like here, I just got 2 easy kills, which means 4 revenge crits. But instead of actually trying to push with my team, I thought, oh well, might as well build up my base. So I just piddle around, build up a teleporter, go to my dispenser. Just going to be the nice passive engineer that I always used to be. Yeah, like I said, I'm not that used to be playing so aggressive as engineer, that's why I always tend to go back to my old ways for upgrading my little base and just be the happy sappy engineer. Upgrade the teleporter. Dispenser. I just waste so much time. It's actually kind of fun. Yeah. And now, best thing is, oh yeah, we also got Chewbacca in our team. Now I finally realize that we're actually capping the 4th point. Like, wait a minute, we're capping the 4th point. Jesus Christ! Wait, I also want a piece of the cake. Come on, guys, don't cap yet. Jeez, no, wait for me. I still have 4 revenge crits I could use. Oh, come on. Yeah, that was basically me pitting all about. I'm completely missing that we actually won the game without me. But hey, might as well just smash my guitar in the air. Bam! I think I still haven't talked about the load that you should use for the combat engineer. Yeah, like I said, Frontier Justice, of course, because you get a surprising amount of kills with the Frontier Justice. Of course, the mini sentries, because mini sentries are just so easy and mobile to get, and you can build 2 of them with 200 metal. And as a secondary weapon, I guess the best choice is the pistol, because the Frontier Justice is only 3 shots. So also that's me thinking that here's a metal kit, and me not realizing that there's actually no metal kit at all, and then going back to the other metal kit. I guess the pistol is the best choice, because all other weapons, I think, like what do we have there? The Wrangler is fine. I don't need that teleporter anyways. The Wrangler is completely not really useful. I mean, you won't be staying with your sentry. You will just drop one down and just go somewhere else, or maybe just be busy somewhere else. So there's no reason to wrangle the sentry. Also, that's a very nice scene of 2 people desperately trying to kill that one baby sentry. Well, good job, you cleared it. Yeah, just had to pay with your life. What other secondary weapons has the engineer? There's also the... how is that Chucky thing called again? That sounded like really useful, but at the same time it was but it turned out to be completely useless. Oh god, I don't remember. That thing that could actually remove projectiles. I actually thought that this weapon had a huge amount of potential, but I somehow figured out that this weapon is completely useless, and as a combat engineer it's even more useless. So yeah, I guess that's basically the loadout. Also, you can wear the hat with whichever you want. I have my frosty cowboy hat because it gives me strength. I don't know. Okay, it's getting too full here. Better going back. The nice thing is you have to take a look at how long my baby sentry actually survives. It has like no health whatsoever, but while upgrading my dispensary, my baby sentry still lives and still shoots things, and Fluttertry goes still yay. It's actually nice how the baby sentry just survived this whole time with no health whatsoever. Still keeps shooting things. Somehow it's kind of a, well, mini sentry miracle, I guess. And our spy just caps the last point without any problems. I don't know why, but I find it so strange since the free-to-play update that people go GG the whole time. I don't know, it's just something that belongs more in competitive play, and I mean, public playing on TF2 is so far away from actual competitive play that you can't really imagine. I can understand people going in mobile games GG, like in Dota or in League of Legends or in Heroes of New World, because there is even public games are kind of competitive because it's the same format basically. But in public servers with 24 people, or the habit is that usually there are 32 slot people just beating the crap out of each other in a huge chaos. Doesn't really have to do with a good game, but maybe that's just me. Oh well, I just shut up and punch the crap out of that demo. I don't know why that didn't give me a definite crit, because I can swear I hit him 3 times. Then again, it could be that one of the hits didn't register well, because that's typical for a source. Also, oh no, I didn't steal the medic's med kit. There's actually a second medic in our team. That's surprising. That's one of the things that rarely happen. Hey, stop ignoring me, Scout. Jeez, come here. Ah, my trusty Logomorph. Which I snatched back then from Sam, that little douchebag. I hated that guy in Poker Night in the inventory. He was one of the worst guys in this game, because he was so amazingly erratic. It was not barely, it was barely tolerable. Also, I just wasted 3 crits on this scout for not hitting him, and then my baby sentry finishes him off. Oh well, I get 2 back. Also, my team has this strange habit of finishing games without me. Oh, hey, I remember you. Oh well, another game and another luck. I don't know, I'm not even sure if I should actually build teleporters. It's actually something you might as well do, but I think my teleporter gets like never used anyway. That's actually kind of the problem with 5CP maps, because the spawn changes every time you capture a point, because that happens actually quite a lot, and 5CP maps is actually kind of pointless to do something like that. Was it right here? I think, yeah, I think I do the smart move. Yeah, it's actually kind of a nice way to get over here, to just put the mini sentry up here. Basically what you want to do is to put the mini sentries in spots nobody would expect them to be. Usually high ground is probably the best thing, because they're harder to spot and harder to shoot. Hello there. Whoop. This could have been actually quite interesting to, well, basically invade their enemy base, but I got killed by Dolan right here. Also meet the passive. I like those, nothing against new players, but it's always so cute to take a look at them, how they're like building their sentry basically right exactly there where it's not needed, and just pointlessly running around and just, you know, it's not that I'm not ridiculing him, it's just more like cute. You want to pat him on the head and like, oh, you are a good boy. Also, he has kind of a lemming, kind of a lemmingish, how would you say that, character, because he sometimes just follows me. Basically, he sees, oh, this guy has a hat, he probably knows how to play the game, so I just follow him till the end. And in reality, I don't really... Hey, there was a spy. I was about to say that Metal Kit just disappeared on its own, but I probably went the completely wrong way. Sometimes I really have the impression of myself that I'm way too cowardish, that I sometimes just retreat even though I could easily fight, but yeah, that's probably just because I still have the old engineering in my blood. I think then it's... then again, my point is, if I usually go aggressive, something like this happens, where I just get way too fucking flustered and don't know what I do and just flail about and just get burned to a crisp. Because that was pretty... Oh, hey, look. It's Sebastia Futuro. Yeah, Sebastia Futuro, I guess he's Italian. Oh. Shot my 3 buckshots, my work is done. Back to base. And there he goes again. I like that guy. But then again, he's actually sooner or later. Actually, towards the end of the video, there's actually going to be, well, I actually like the end of the video. Sadly, the round ended a little bit too sudden because this could have been actually very interesting towards the end. But sadly, this server had like an arbitrary map time, so as soon as 30 minutes are past, the game, the round is automatically ended. And you'll see. Hey! I really dislike Huntsman Sniper. Basically, they will always somehow manage to hit me with their stupid arrows. It's kind of uncanny. Also, this right here is a really good mini sentries. But basically, like I said, everything above. Hello there. You look like a spy, and you actually were a spy, and you were actually dead. Then again, I think I've bumped into that guy like a couple of times more. But yeah, they destroyed my sentry. Well, gonna build a new baby sentry. What you gonna do about it? And like they said, they're busy with the other baby sentry, so my baby sentry just basically kills everything. And 1, 2. That's the beauty of... Jesus Christ, leave me alone. Come here. No way, go back. Come here. I'll punch you way down. Wow. Way too many enemies out of the sun. But that's the nice thing about those, definitely crits. You can easily like pot-shot some people like that soldier I did on the point. Then again, I got, I think, really lucky with the spread because he got like, from such a distance, 100 crits of 100 are actually not that usual. Hello, train. I actually kind of like these trains, but this one is really annoying with just blocking the whole map for I don't know how long. Oh, hey, Scout. Welcome to Baby Sentry Country. We currently have 2 combat engineers, and afterwards there's going to be a 3rd one. So we'll have. Ow, that's gonna sting. That's exactly why I don't stand still if there's an archer close by. It's so nice how those baby sentries make short work of everyone. It's just you really have to take them out from afar. Or just have to take them down really fast. One good thing you can actually do, which I just showcased there, you can easily just destroy your baby sentry to get the revenge crits, because I just got full 6 chunk of them. And yeah, as you can see in the background, I'm probably up in the distance, but yeah, we got 3 engineers with a baby sentry now, and we just have them all neatly arranged in that little row. Hey, don't you do that, mister. That's what I love about the Frontier Just, that you just can sneak up to someone and then just BAM! Crit in the face, and usually just 1 or 2 shot them. Hey, that guy has the same hat as I do. Vote for the next man. And again, all maps they were crappy, but I think well is actually a decent map. But then again, I'm generally someone who prefers 5CP maps, and I'm probably one of the rare ones that actually do that, because every time I play in the server, it's always let's play payload or attack or defend. That's way easier to play. I play demo man and just spam constantly towards the point or the. But oh well, I don't want to bitch. Oh hey there, Pyro. This is also really nice, and that showcases the strength of the Frontier Dust, because with a little bit of strafing, you can even take out jeez. Calm down. But that's really the beauty of the gun. You can so easily take out enemies. For example, heavies are just inching around the corner every time. Also, it's getting way too fucking crowded here again. Jesus. Leave me alone. I'm burning. I'm hurt. Hey, there's a spy. This guy is me. Jesus. Oh, at least Fluttershy seems to enjoy it. Okay, you can see again how many shots the mini sentry can take without getting barely hurt, because nobody notices it. But then again, it's also the reason, mainly it's also the reason because we have now 3 engineers with baby sentries.
Ow.
What's with those spies being AFK in the middle of nowhere? That's a very poor way of disguising yourself. Yep. Ah, my baby sentry is down again. Well, might as well build a new one. Or not. Okay, then I don't build a new one. I don't know. I don't know why I just didn't build a new one up there, but oh well.
No.
Oh, the panda said it right. You can never have enough mini sentries. Because they're cute and adorable, and I hate you, Demo, for actually murdering me with that. But yeah, sadly, towards the end of the game, nothing interesting anymore happens. I managed to kill someone and get killed, and that's pretty much it. The round ends. So well, I hope you actually enjoyed this TF2 commentary again. I hope I'll be able to make further ones. I'll welcome any feedback if the video is too long, if the video is too boring, if the video is too video-y. Then again, I don't know how that works, but okay, je suis Gorfman.9. Au revoir.